Salutations across all nations, it is I, hard-hitting reporter Dirk Madison, and this is another Thursday episode as Thursdavy is on kidnapcation. Vacation napping? He's missing in action. However, what's not missing in action is Thanksgiving Day in the Americas. Or just in the United States of America. Regardless, how about we have a fantastic episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games? You see, briefly before this, I was, what is the best way to say this? Scolded by Friday before doing certain things, like this afternoon after I finish recording. I will not unplug the microphone and wrap up the cord very nicely and put the keyboard into a nice location that's not sloppily laid upon the desk. However, what I thought was so delightful, looked fantastic, but was hindering in nature to the other AV's recording status, and for that I do apologize. However, I don't have to apologize today because I will be hosting, or rather helping, a fantastic Holly Jolly Celeste, or Seasonal Celeste as they call her, with her holidays. And this time she's invited everyone to her holiday mansion for Thanksgiving. And so, I get to host tag team action. Now some of these characters I do know. Most of them I don't. Like, Gamble Pays Off, Dinner Party, Couples Counseling, Twin Magic, High Flying, Mage Against the Machine Made to Rule, Deep Pockets, Nail Party, Cut Above the Rest, Snapshot. I actually know this character, March the 7th. I play a whole lot of Honkai, Star Rail, Magic and Science, Fashion Fraud, Let Him Cook, Turncoats, IT Club, The Professionals, Hello Welt, good to see you, Too Sweet, Perfect Pitch, Anything for Her, The Ghost Zone, What I Go to School For, Time and Space, Makoto, Ghostbusters, So the Story Goes, Memory is Key, Hello Nurse, Natasha, good to see you, let me see, Cops and Robbers, Get Motivated, Tipping the Scales for Our Friends, Praise and Aru, More Than Meets the Eye, with the champion that I hope declare Sakura, Music Theory, Unorthodox Upbringings, Laser Focused, and lastly the Royal Family, and I will say with certainty now that I now know how to get into this and spin the wheel appropriately. So, as I was coached earlier today, first hand this time instead of being left some random notes, I think we'll have a much easier time to go about. I can click this button and... oh, there it is. Most fantastic. And, now that I have the password to this, which is... fantastic. Alright, now... oh wait, there's something else I'm supposed to do. I need to record it so that you guys can also see it. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes. I've been told it is very helpful to say that out loud so it's easier to match up for whichever AV is doing the recording. So, I will spin this. And as I spin it, will we see the champions be challenged by the Agents of Chaos? Now the wheel is very slim. Order remains. I think that means no. If it doesn't mean no, I suppose that they'll fix it for me in post. And I suppose they'll fix it post-haste. Ha ha ha. But for right now, I suppose we better go on with the show, shall we? Let's do just that. Let me see. We spin the wheel, we make our picks, and I implore you to make your picks. Wait. No, I also got other news from... there's a lot to keep up with. They taught me how to do the point and when to time the Danganronpa in the phrasing of the song. It's actually quite delightful. Oh yes. Here we go. I've been told, oh, where is this? They didn't tell me where. They told me the button that's labeled Fracture, but it's not on this screen. It's not on that screen. Dire, type ABC, majority vote, Undisputed, Rebel Heart, Clown Song, Hirokoshi, Benton, Candy Cane, Taker. I want it that way. Inferno, Fracture. Here we go. Fracture, yes. This Black Friday, Fracture returns. And I get to announce another match for you all. However, this match, not exactly high stakes, but indeed high impact. Your Danganronpa Hunger Games former tag team champion and Hall of Famer, as well as AWE golden ticket holder, Nikon Tsumugi. Is that right? Yeah, I'm sure that's correct. It just says Mikon TS. Yeah, no, I'm sure that's right. Regardless, she will be facing one-on-one in a Hell in a Cell match against Junko Inoshima. Junko has beaten Mew in Hell in a Cell. Mikon has beaten both Junko and Mew in Hell in a Cell, and now they'll finally have a one-on-one match on the precipice of the build-up to the fight before Christmas. How will this all unfold? And what could be a show-stopping match at Fracture? Let's see how it all pays out. Alright, now that that's done, I get to click the button. Yes. Go back to the first page and play the Dangan start. Yes. Alright, now I can make my picks. So who do I like? I've got to pick some people from my favorite train game. Give me Hello Nurse for Natasha. I think she is crackerjack. For Welt, I'm going to take the professionals, or flip-flop that. That sounds about right. And of course, I'll take Snapshot because look at her. March 7th. She's just fantastic. Gamble pays off. Good luck to you. Hopefully you can win this match and best every one of these competitors as well, just like the Berlin Bears in 1983. Let's go on and let's start this matchup right here, right now, shall we? I'm missing something. Well, none of the dice are here. Will I play the song and they'll be summoned? Oh, perhaps. Nothing. What do I do if no die is able to be summoned? Uncertain. I see Pablo, he's over there. It looks like he's taking a nap. Is there another die I can use? No. Huh. Well, I suppose this part doesn't matter so much. I can just resimulate as many times as I want. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I bet you never thought you'd hear me count to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Nice. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. And 81 takes us to 82 and 83 and 84 and 85 and 86 and 87. I believe that's the appropriate amount of time, so let's go on. Let's see how this all plays out, shall we? Let's do just that. As we proceed, we see the tribute stand on their poems, the podiums, and the horn bearers doth sound. Well, I know this part now. I can now tell you guys to actually come along this time. Sound the horns. Well, alright. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I think I'm understanding how this is all working. Excellent. I actually like those characters. I don't know any of them, but if I did, I assumed that I'd like them more. Here. Monosuke gathers as much food as he can. Yunjin runs away from the cornucopia. Mahiru runs away as well. A stray bolt of lightning causes Fischl and Togami to switch bodies. Kotoko cozies up to Chiaki and Kokichi looking for allies. Celeste begins to bully Mew relentlessly. Gin finds a wizard robe in the cornucopia and puts it on. Kawakami runs away from the cornucopia. Kanji is sick and tired of playing nice and turns heel. I believe I have to write that down. Those are secret achievements. Here. List of face and heels. Sure thing. Kanji. It seems you are going to the healer side. Most interesting. Chiro runs away from the cornucopia. Yuta runs away as well. Camilla repeatedly stabs Welt to death with sighs. Oh, poor Welt. My boy. Tragedy. Ruka clutches the first aid kit and runs away. Shiki convinces Teru on Mukuro, Panette, and Hina to boycott the killing game. Kanan runs away from the cornucopia. Fubuki finds a talking Komodo dragon in the cornucopia. The reptile says that he is Munakata. Delightful. Asnir placed a curse on him. If I have not seen that man's, and the only one that can break this curse is Fubuki, kissing him. She reluctantly obliges, kissing Munakata, turning him back to normal. Sakura and Amame make a secret pact to work together. Now and Iris are resurrected by the Lich King in order to kill other tributes. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Makoto time travels in from a past game in his blue police call box. Himiko runs away from the cornucopia. Usami runs away as well. Vivia comes to a riding into the games on a rare mount, making Halara and Akechi dangerously jealous. Hajime convinces Renmaru, Haizo, Sayaka, Maskoto, and the Wanderer to boycott the killing game. Mikan runs away from the cornucopia, as does Maki, taking a sickle inside of the cornucopia. Lian begs for one of the weapons that Shincho was picked up. He feels bad and reluctantly gives it to Lian. Ryan runs away from the cornucopia, as does Kyoko, but she actually rides in on a flying bison. Ayato runs away from the cornucopia. Samugi finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Barbara runs away from the cornucopia. Marsh runs away from the cornucopia. Natasha strangles Toko after engaging in a fistfight. You show her, Natasha. You give her the 1-2, and I guess the choke. You do it! For us Star Rail fans. A sudden urge of dread overcomes Rosaria as they notice Chisa staring at her. Azuru was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if the die landed on a 1. Taka, Angie, and Karumi assist each other in getting the best of weapons. Farina grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Boss Maya. Oh, this is the character that Twitch AV was obsessing over this past week. That man was at the computer, at the laptop non-stop, just rocking back and forth in a corner, holding his controller, saying, I've got to get the primos for Farina. I didn't understand it, but now I think I do. Fascinating. Boss, Maya, and well, if the pulls are anything like they are in Star Rail, I absolutely get it. Godspeed, I hope you got her. Boss, Maya, Kotoko work together to get as many supplies as humanly possible. Kole gets down on one knee and proposes to Junko. Junko accepts, and now Kole and Junko are planning their wedding. Kori refuses to fall into despair. Ryoma finds a canteen full of water. Shuichi enters the arena via skydiving. Rantaro grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Sonya repeatedly stabs the doctor with sighs. Not sighs, just repeatedly stabs him. I assume they're probably sighs. Sighs. That takes me back. Tenko smashes a potion over Izio's head, simultaneously damaging and healing him, and Kaito runs away from the cornucopia. We proceed as well to day 1, as Rosaria immediately dies from dysentery. Mahiru shares her pancakes with Maki. This earns her invitation to the World Pancake Championship Invitational. I believe that one's the first page. It sure is. So I'm going to scan here for Mahiru. Well, I don't see her name, so I'll add her in there. Very good. Corey challenges Angie to Corey challenges Kanji and Angie to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Kanji eats the most pancakes and obtains entry as well into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. I guess I'll add his name too. Should have kept the pin wide open. Kanji. Well, very cool. Rhyme receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Monosuke receives from a secret admirer. Iris becomes spherical. Mikan kills Himiko for her supplies. Fubuki bashes a TV head. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but Ryoma camouflages himself in the bushes. Chiaki finds the remains of a Viking ship. Wanderer wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. On sets up an ice cream shack. Panette comes and joins her as her faithful assistant. Junko wakes up from a long nap. Now asks Avi if she can be in the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Avi says no. Well, I would have to relay that message to Avi, but I assume the answer is still no. Xingqiu is not funny, has never been funny, and will never be funny. Mukuro finds Avi's boxing gloves, her hands are now rated E for everyone. Maya sees Celeste holding a meeting with Taka, Usami, and Kyoko. Halara embraces spring and plants daisies outside of their camp. Izuyoi is still alive. Togami blurts out the fact that he likes Kokichi in a non-platonic way. Kokichi declines the confession, saying he doesn't like him that way. Camilla grabs a table. The audience cheers in excitement. Makoto begs for Heizo to kill him. He refuses, keeping Makoto alive. Farina. Kole, Hajime, and Shiki talk about their hobbies. Boss mails Avi some brand new socks, very kind of her. Hina smacks the taste out of Amame's mouth. Kurumi decides to lend Avi a hand and kills the Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Fischl receives a gift from her secret admirer, a sword. Terrifying. Kawakami wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Gin and Sonya grievously injure each other during a vicious fight. In order to survive, they have to nurse each other back to health. Kaito can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. Kotoka does a cool skateboarding trick, but ends with their guts splattered on the pavement. Oh my. Teru Teru wakes up and immediately has pancakes for breakfast, earning him entry into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. A lot of people earning some entry into this pancake match, huh? I'm excited. Natasha makes a life-size cardboard cutout of freaking Sayaka despite Avi. Speaking of, Ruka uses a spell to suck the incense out of freaking Sayaka, which shockingly works, leaving Sayaka dumbfounded. Vivia sets up an ice cream shack. Samugi comes and buys some. It was delicious. Avi, the ultimate jinx, comments on how well Akechi is doing. Shuichi watches as Akechi accepts his fate and walks right off of a cliff. His jinx can't be that bad, can it? Certainly not. Kotoko makes a deal with Yunjin. Chisa rests in a fruit tree. Chihiro starts to go insane. Azuru thinks Avi has an addiction to getting new addictions. Yuta, is he the ultimate addiction affliction? I'm unsure. Yuta goes hunting. Barbara is confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Mew march Masco to perform a glorious air combo on Munakata. Kanan gets her ultimate talents license revoked. Tenko holds Leon's head underwater. Leon grabs. There's no more music playing. Do I just finish up? Did I go too slow? They both simply swim away. Ayato camouflages himself in the bushes. Rantaro collects fruit from a tree. Sakura reminisces about Season 4, and Ranmaru's working on an ad that will appear in the next episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. We proceed. We only lost 7. And I suppose that's a lucky 7, because many of them are lucky to be surviving so far. It is indeed putting F's in the chat for all of our fallen friends. Welt, Toko, the Doctor, Rosaria, Himiko, Kotoka, Akechi. Well, if anything, I don't believe a single team is completely out from what I see. Everyone still has an opportunity. 7 teams have just lost 1 person. I believe I can control F alive. Do I remember? I do! And there are 69 competitors left. Nice. Let's go on. With 7 gone, I'm unsure how the rest of this game is going to go. With Yuta thinking he's the protagonist. In actuality, Shiki is, and Yuta's the quirky comic relief character. I can see him being quirky comic relief based on his appearance. It also looks like he might be some sort of athlete, so he might be like the funny jock, who knows. Xingqiu is quite gentle with Rantaro. Halara forces Kole to kill Tenko or Teru Teru. She decides to kill Tenko. Goodness gracious. Hold on. Fascinating. Usami thought that they got a glimpse of the elusive Mama Kuma, but they were just seeing things, right? Maki gets a hold of Avi's soundboard. Within the hour, they are struck down for using copyrighted music. Vivia gets a hold of the soundboard and is killed for breaking the 4th wall. Oh my goodness. Mudokata cuts off both of Kawakami's arms. Makoto adopts Izuyoi as his child. That's his baby. After losing repeatedly to Ryoma and chess, Mikan tosses the game board into the fire. Junko thought she also caught a glimpse of the elusive Mama Kuma, but she was just seeing things, correct? Unsure. Boss challenges Avi in Battleship. Boss sinks Avi's Battleship. Corey does a quick prayer to Atul before going to sleep. Panette finds a big red button, presses it immediately. Much to her disappointment, it doesn't do a thing. Heizo gets a kitchen knife. I hope it's just for self-defense. Where in the world is Yunjin? Chihiro, Furina, and Maya play a game of Monopoly. Chihiro loses all of her properties and flips the game board over. Azuru takes power. 247 million perish, including Togami. Rhyme, Gin, and Now comment on what they find nice about one another to improve the move. Kaito passes out from exhaustion. Shuichi lets Amame into a shelter. Sayaka, Kurumi, Sonia enter a scrum debate with Celeste, Hina, and Kanan. They argue over who the best girl in Danganronpa is. Ayato is sick of playing nice and turns heel as well. So many heel turns, so many... I'm not sure if we've seen many face turns. Ayato. I was just looking down and a smile was plastered upon my face because Fischl, feeling especially kind and I, gives Natasha a muffin. Angie adopts Monosuke as her child. Kyoko dyes her hair orange. I'm not sure if that's the best look. But go on. Ruka goes to Avi's wares and despairs and is caught stealing. Mahiro, a worker at the store, notices and stabs Ruka before she can get away. In anyone else's hands, rather, the microphone is just a microphone. But in Maskoto's hands, rather, it's a pipe bomb. March, Sakura, Samugi, Kanji, Fubuki, Iris, Kokichi, Camilla, Leon, Taka, and Miu are all forced to vote which one of them is a traitor, and then have that traitor be executed. Oh my god! Oh, is this the majority vote? I was told there was music for this. Yes. Okay. All of these people are forced to vote. Samugi is voted as the traitor and is turned to dust. Shocking, to say the least. Chisa, oh, I need to switch it off, I'm sorry. I'll know that for next time. Oh, that's not the right music. No, that's the end. That's the one. Chisa dyes her hair red. An finds a sleeping Chiaki laying on the ground. An raises her hand, waves it in front of her face before dusting off her shoulder. Is that the 5-knuckle shuffle? I think it is, punching Chiaki in the face. Barbara cuddles up against Kotoko. Wanderer hits Hajime with some sweet chin music. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Ranmaru is disqualified for the games for committing tax evasion. Pay your taxes. And Mukuro is bleeding out. Thankfully, she receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Will proceed once again to C. Day 2. Now works at Yoko's, which happens to be hiring. Maskoto was horrified when Rhyme goes to a job interview for it. In an effort to survive, Ayato strangles Chisa with toilet paper. Chisa tears through it and breaks Ayato's neck in retaliation. Kurumi finds the right half of Furina's body. Oh no. Hajime doesn't believe in palindromes. Kanji encounters a fruit bat who immediately takes a liking to him, joins his side. Sonia sets up an ice cream shack. Nobody comes. Natasha feigns death, tricking Izuru into ignoring her. Amame is getting sick and tired and turns heel. Well, my goodness. Amame also a heel. All these heel turns. Maybe this is why it's the Thursday V simulator. I do believe he was a heel. Iris turns the Statue of Liberty into freaking Sayaka. Taka catches on, crawled over the wall, rocking back and forth, sucking on her thumbs. Seems like she's lost it. Yuta and Teruteru engage in an Agni Kai. Oh, is that the legend? Oh my gosh, goodness gracious. Avatar? Yuta wins, leaving Teruteru completely incinerated. Kotoko starts a cult. Shiki, Kaito, Izuo, and Kawakami happily join. March discovers a river. Very cool. Boss and Sayaka are sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Heizo sets off an explosive, killing Yunjin, Maya, and Celeste, tag team champion Celeste. Kole makes a slingshot. Fun fact, Rantaro is specifically here just to suffer. Angie has drip. Mayu almost falls off a cliff but is able to earthbend her way to safety. Fubuki, Kore, and Xingqiu hold an intervention for Avi's Dark's addiction. He didn't even show up. Sounds like the guy. Leon finds Avi's boxing gloves in the cornucopia. His hands are now rated E for everyone. Mukuro violently shakes the tree and knocks loose some fruit. Halara embraces spring and plants flowers. It's the second time you've planted these things outside of your camp. I guess they're a fantastic gardener. Panette dies trying to escape the arena. Wanderer receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Chiaki gets turned into a Fall Guys bean. Sakura dies at her gold. Kokichi and Mikan want to raise the bar. In fact, they are the bar. Monosuke hates how he acted in the past, wants to move past his phase of life and actually become a better person. Ryoma finds cat ears, puts the cat ears rather on Gin. He's very embarrassed about all of this. Maki and Mew are also kissing in a tree. Hina makes a poem for Barbara. Fischl attempts to climb a tree but falls onto Shuichi, killing them both. Rest in peace. That's why trees are dangerous. You gotta learn how to climb them when you're young. The rating pistol rates Munakata 92 points for a moment. Usame still thinks she's seen something else. This time Junko and Omama. She needs to get her eyes checked. Camilla sets off an explosive, taking out Kanan, Kyoko, and Makoto, and Junko plays patty cake with the baker's man, and the baker's man is apparently Chihiro as we proceed once again. Oh, well, I actually know. I know this place. This is AV Mania. Is there, I saw AV Mania music near Fracture. Yes. This entire bottom row seems to have, like, different songs. See, like, that's Ticket to Paradise. There's the Fight Before Christmas, Inferno, Fracture. Oh, they even have Brawloween here on this row. Regardless, AV forces the tributes to prepare for AV Mania. Rantaro crawls up under the ring to get supplies he's never heard from again. Mew sets up chairs for the audience. Munakata and the Wanderer set up the announcer's tables. Ryoma has Sayaka in a sleeper hold. This isn't even a submission match. Ryoma doesn't let go until Sayaka draws her final breath. Yuta falls from atop the Titantron. Mikon and Natasha set up the announcer's tables. Usami and Kurumi set up the announcer's table. Kokichi viciously slams Taka, Kaito, and Leon through separate tables, leaving them all motionless. Hajime sets up chairs for the audience. Kanji does the same. Maki and Chiaki are walking the rings like tight ropes. Corey bounced against the ropes, causing them both to fall, breaking their necks. Chihiro has Camilla in a sleeper hold. This isn't even a submission match. Chihiro doesn't let go until Camilla draws her final breath. Sonya crawls in the ring, never heard from again. Hina sets up chairs for the audience. Monosuke dyes the ring ropes red, white, and blue. Kawakami Gin and Rhyme help push the giant Statue of Liberty into position. Mukuro falls from atop the Titantron. Kotoko viciously slams Amame. Shincho and Boss through separate tables as well, leaving them all motionless. Izioi crawls under the ring to get supplies, never heard from again either. Barbara and Shiki are walking the ring ropes. Heizo comes in, bumps against the ropes. He's running the ropes, but they both fall and break their necks. Izuru, I believe, has his own partner in a sleeper hold. Oh my gosh! He doesn't let go until she draws her final breath. March sets up chairs in the audience. Sakura and Mahiru set up announcer's table. Halara configures the Titantron. On falls from atop it. Fubuki sets up chairs for the audience. Iris and Chisa are also walking the ropes like tight ropes. Maskoto is running the ropes, causing them to fall, breaking their necks. Angie crawls under, never heard from again. And Kole and Junko set up the announcers' tables together. And if I recall correctly, they were the ones who started this whole shebang planning their wedding. Maybe they're planning it by going as announcers at AV Mania. That's 40. We had 69 and then we've lost 40. What a big dip. I think the first day we lost 7 and this time we've lost a stunning 40. One elimination game. After this, we bow our heads and pay our respects to Tenko, Vivia, Togami, Ruruka, Samugi, Ranmaru, Ayato, Furina, Teru, Yunjin, Maya, Celeste, Panette, Fischl, Shuichi, Kanon, Kyoko, Makoto, Rantaro, Sayaka, Yuta, Taka, Kaito, Leon, Maki, Chiaki, Camilla, Sonya, Mukuro, Amame, Shincho, Boss, Izioi, Barbara, Shiki. Now, on Iris, Chisa, Angie. And just like that, it's all come down to 29. Gamble pays off, still has Halara, Dinner Party's completely in. Couples Counseling has Mew, Twin Magic has Kotoko, High Flying has Wanderer, Deep Pockets has Monosuke, Cut Above the Rest with Munakata, Snapshot the Girls are completely in, March I Believe in You. Magic and Science has Usami, Turncoats have Hina, Let Him Cook has Gin, the IT Club's completely in as well. Unfortunately, Weldo's out. Tragic. The Ghost Zone still has Corey in the house, so What I Go to School For has Kawakami, Time and Space has Fubuki, Makoto still has Maskoto, Ghostbusters has Kokichi, Memory is Key has the Sheep Pancake Champion Hajime, Hello Nurse is completely in, Get Motivated has Azuru who took out his partner, More Than Meets the Eye has Sakura, Music Theory has Heizo, Laser Focus with Kole, who I believe also took out Tenko, and then Royal Family has Junko and Ryoma completely in. 29 remain. Let's keep going. Shall we? We gotta tiptoe through the rest of this game. So let's go forward. Night 2 sees Natasha and Munakata steal various weapons from Rhyme's camp while she's asleep. Usami uses the power of fireworks she found to distract Corey and Heizo and kills them. Ryoma kills Sakura with a hatchet. Oh my goodness. Junko dyes her hair red. I don't know. I'm not sure. Red seems like a bit much. Hina gets a hold of AV's soundboard. She plays the secret achievement music. I actually see that. It's the first button. I'll play it. Yeah. Mikan brags to Hajime that she has 70 alternative accounts. Monosuke dresses up as Fubuki and breaks out in Cosbox. Fubuki laughs. Gin confesses also for Kotoko. Kotoko lovingly embraces him, accepting confession. Wanderer watches a new mission for rats runs by. Wanderer runs off before they get any ideas. Chihiro sings a romantic song for Halara. When the two begin to lean in for a tender kiss, Chihiro notices Kokichi filming them, making Chihiro shout at Kokichi's. Avi thinks that Kurumi is from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Why would he think that? That's clearly not true. Huh. Kole gives March a glass of steaming poison cider. Kanji confesses love for Azuru. Azuru gives him a look of disapproval. Kawakami teaches Maskoto and Mahiru how to use ice magic. Well, I mean, I suppose that's fine for a teacher to teach. I don't know if she's a magic teacher. Who knows? Mew stood in the ash of a trillion dead souls, asked the Ghost of Honor matters. The silence was their answer. And we move on to day 3. Munakata acknowledges Usami. Kole and Mahiru split up to search for resources. Mikan hates how she acted in the past, wants to move past this phase in her life, become a better person. Chihiro gets off to a rocky start with their new professor, Kokichi. Oh my. Hina, Kurumi, and Azuru start fighting, but Kurumi runs away as Hina kills Azuru. Fascinating. Halara and Natasha kiss under the mistletoe. Kanji does a sick kickflip but fails landing, falls flat on his face. Kotoko is alive. Monosuke seems to be dead, but it's alive. Again, accidentally destroys Wanderer's cabbage stand. His poor cabbages. Fubuki tends to Hajime's wounds. Mew goes hunting. Maskoto grabs a table. The audience cheers in excitement. Kawakami places a bomb next to a river to explode fish. The blast catches Ryoma in it as well as Rhyme. Goodness gracious. And Juko finds a secret stash of pancakes that Avi hypothetically hinted at. We've lost another 7. And it seems like outside of that one crazy day, 7 has been the norm. That brings us down to 22. After this, we bow our heads and pay our respects to Kori, Heizo, Sakura, March, Izuru, Ryoma, Rhyme. And as we go forward, we see that there are 22 left. Some completely still in, some struggling a little bit. Ironically, Halara still remains, and both members of the former tag team champions remain, and so does one half of the Agents of Chaos. That is an interesting dynamic, to say the least. Just like the Paris Panthers back in 1822 when they won the national championships. As we scroll down, we keep on seeing all these people still alive, but hey, you probably know who's in, right? I don't need to go through it all for you. Let's go through it all in the next round. We'll proceed and we'll see that night 3 begins. Kotoko reminisces about season 7. Chihiro burns down Avi's wares in despair. Chihiro swears it was an accident, but Kawakami says she saw the whole thing and that Chihiro deliberately burned it down. Because Avi believes Chihiro more than Kawakami, Avi lets this whole ordeal slide. Well, I mean, I think you should take that evidence into, into serious consideration. Regardless, Mew thinks that she's the protagonist in actuality, and Maskoto's the protagonist, and Mew is the quirky comic relief character. Kurumi challenges Junko and Hina to an Indian Ghost pancaking competition. Junko eats the most pancakes and earns entry into the World Pancake Championship. Junko, I believe, has held that title before, if I'm thinking correctly. Junko winning that World Pancake Championship was something that ignited the whole spark that started AV Mania 1. Gen has a dream in which Kanji is winning? Is this a premonition or something? Kole, thinking quickly, constructs a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Despite Munakata's desperate begging, Fubuki decides to leave his campsite. Hajime bashes Monosuke's head against a rock several times. Mahiru asks Mikan to murder Kokichi, which Mikan declines. Wanderer puts his trust in Natasha, allows himself to fall backwards, and Natasha catches him. The Wanderer says to Natasha that he trusts him with his life. Well, she is a medical professional. Halara confesses their love for Usami. Usami gives them a look of disapproval. We proceed. It is day 4. As Gin embraces spring and also plants. There's a lot of planting going on and a lot of spring, but I'm pretty sure it is late autumn. Yeah. Mahiru violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. Halara finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Usami has drip, but Hina's the director of drip. Natasha throws Munakata at Hajime. Kurumi shows Kokichi her murder list. At the top is Kokichi's name. It's in bold too. Chihiro decides to lend Avi a hand kills Komodo Dragon. Junko wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Fubuki starts writing a novel. Will they ever finish it? Kawakami hangs on mistletoe in the arena. Kanji falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Whoever had that premonition was dead wrong. Kole sets off an explosive, taking out Mew, Mikan, Wanderer, and Kotoko. Goodness gracious. And Maskoto drives up to McDonald's, wants an ice cream. The machine is working, and he gets one. I don't know how he's going to eat it with that mask, but best of luck to him. Another 6 are gone. Most of them from an explosion at the very end. And we just missed out on that magic number of 7. That being said, it is indeed a moment for us to reflect, bow our heads, and pay our respects to Monosuke, Kanji, Mew, Mikan, Wanderer, Kotoko. 16 remain. Your final 16 are Halara for Gamble Pays Off, Dinner Parties, Karumi. Cut above the rest has Munakata, Snapshot for Mahiru, Magic and Sign has Usami, Let Him Cook has Gin, Turncoats has Hina, IT Club sees Chihiro, What I Go to School For sees Kawakami, Maskoto for Makoto, Fubuki for Time and Space, somebody from each of these teams on this row, Ghostbusters has Kokichi, Memory is Key has Hajime, Hello Nurse has Natasha, and as we scroll on, we still have Laser Focus Kole right next to Junko of the royal family. Could we see another royal connection there? Kole also has 6 KOs to her name. That is something to make note of. That is the biggest number I see in this game. Will she hold on to it? Or even extend it? Let's find out. 16 left. How far will we go? As we click next round, Junko loves Hina as much as Maki loves Kokichi. I suppose that's either a lot or not a lot. I assume so. I mean, I suppose it could be in between, too. In betwixt. Kole quietly hums. Fubuki finds a big red button. Fortunately, the button doesn't do a thing. Kokichi receives a explosion from an unknown sponsor. Do you ever just go feral? Kawakami did it, now Kurumi is dead because of it. Goodness gracious. Chihiro wants to speak with the manager of AV's Wares and Despairs. Gin helps AV out and opens a rival establishment to the Waffle House called the Pancake House. That does sound delicious. Halara relaxes by their fireplace rather. Usami challenges AV in Battleship. Usami sinks AV's battleship. Hajime battles Munakata in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors off of a cliffside. Hajime chooses scissors, and Munakata chooses what looks like paper but is actually a pimp slop, now knocking the sheep straight off of the cliff. Natasha and Maskoto stare each other through the crackling flames of their campfire, the thought of murder on their minds. Mahi eats her turducken, yum, hopefully she can walk it off during the game. And as we proceed to, we are what, day 5? Yes. Day 5 sees. Never mind, this is the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, memoirs, and weapons from the tributes families. Kokichi shoots an arrow into Munakata's head. Goodness gracious. Junko steals Maskoto's memoirs. Kole stabs Chihiro with a tree branch. Goodness gracious. Halara falls into a frozen lake and perishes. Fubuki and Mahiru decide to work together to get more supplies. Usami does not attend the feast. Gin decides not to go as well, and Kawakami sets on explosive, taking out Natasha. No, not like this. And Hina. Consarned. That was my pick, but we'll proceed again. The show must go on as Fubuki holds Gin head underwater. Gin grabs Fubuki's arm and pulls her into the lake as well. They're unable to kill one another, so they simply swim away, and Maskoto asks Kole, do you think I'm some sort of clown? Kole shrugs and says, maybe with that kind of mask, I do not blame her. Junko was being a clown. Maybe you should have looked one further down, and you would have seen the clown all along. Mahiru, Usami, and Kawakami get into a fight. Usami actually triumphantly kills them both. Goodness gracious, Usami. Adding to her count, as Kokichi searches for firewood, we are down to just a few after losing 9 here. First and foremost, it's a Claire de Lune is the name of the button. Oh, I think that's what they say. It's a Claire de Lune 4. Yeah, it is a Claire de Lune 4. Karumi, Hajime, Munakata, Chihiro, Halara, Natasha, Hina, Mahiru, Kawakami. And so, I believe there's 7 left here. Let me double check for you guys. Yes, 7 folks remain from all walks of life. But I suppose there can only be one winner. So, I think this is where I hit the SGPS button. Yes, I think it is. we have Magic and, oh right, Saving Grace picks, that's correct. We have Magic and Science, Usami, who has been putting on a powerful display late here in the game. Let Him Cook still has Gin. Guinea boy with that mask and that hat on, I don't know much about him, but I do know he is a big man's. Time and Space still has Fubuki. Cool, I like that. Makoto has Maskoto, potentially a clown. Kokichi from the Ghostbusters, I assume that he's busted some ghosts before, or maybe busting makes him feel good. And then we have the couple that started this game together. Kole and Junko. Kole now has 7 KOs. Junko, I guess, potentially just standing by her side this entire time. How romantic to make it into the final 7. We'll see how it plays out for them. Make your picks for first, second, and third, I believe, in the comments. You get to make new picks in the comments, yes. Go and do that because I'm supposed to make mine right now. I'm gonna pick Kole and Junko for first and second, just simply because I think that they are having a very good time together. For third, though, I will take Gin because he's a big boy and you don't count out the big boys. Yes, those are my picks. And so, with 7 left, I think I hit the... Yes, Samurai Woman is more than 5. Crisis of Fate is less than 5. 5 or less. Yes, that's it. So, it is time for our Samurai 7. Let's see how this all plays out. We see Night 5 begins with Maskoto attempting to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Gin buys every single version of Uno from Avi's wares and despairs. Usami tells Junko this is great, it's just you, me, and this brick wall you built between us. Kole, yes, queen. And Fubuki wakes up tied up and gagged to a chair with Kokichi, giving her the worst torture imaginable, playing Marmaduke on loop. That does indeed kill her. Togami berates Kole for hours. Kole thinks that she's gotten closer to Togami that day. Junko and Usami pool their money together to hire Kokichi, an assassin, to kill Gin, but Gin is richer than them and pays Kokichi rather to kill them instead. Rest in peace, I believe that's the end of them. And Maskoto signs a petition to change American Yeetball to football. And I believe that brings us to our final 4. Kole, Gin, Kokichi, and Maskoto. We'll proceed. 3 cannon shots indeed, from 7 to 4. I guess we still pay our respects too. Fubuki, Junko, and Usami. I don't know how Kole is gonna hold it together. Can she hold her heart as it's in shambles as the girl who was standing by her side the whole game, who she proposed marriage to, has left this world? She must, as she stands against Gin, Maskoto, and Kokichi. All of them trying to carry on for their respective teams. And they're all carrying on in a dark time, where fate is intertwined. One may call it a crisis of fate. Shall we do it? Let's do just that. It is Gin from some team, Let Him Cook. It is Maskoto from Makoto. Ghostbusters, Kokichi, and Laser Focused has Kole. Let's see how it all plays out as Maskoto and Gin have a pose-off. Gin wins. Kokichi puts his trust in Kole, allows himself to fall backwards. Kole does nothing, and watching him fall down, how rude. But Kokichi almost falls off of a cliff, but is able to earthbend his way to safety. In an amazing feat of strength, Gin crushes Kole with a boulder, and now she is with her love. Maskoto screams Kole's name in anguish. We are down to Kokichi, Gin, and Maskoto. And after this tragic time, we bow our heads and pay our respects to Kole. Well, it's just 3 now. And those 3 seem to be Let Him Cook has Gin, Ghostbusters has Kokichi, and Maskoto for Makoto. I believe we still click this because it's not at 2 yet. So let's go on, and we will proceed one more time. How will this play out? It is Gin accidentally detonating a landmine while trying to arm it, and Kokichi sees a shooting star and wishes Maskoto did not exist. Come the morn, Maskoto slowly fades out of existence. Is that the end of the game? Oh, that's the end of the game. Cool, I guess. I didn't get to play this music. That's the final 2 music. What do I do if if it ends without the final 2? It was just 3-1. That's the results music, and I guess your winner, representing the Ghostbusters here with Panette today, has a 3rd member. I don't know all of the tag teams. I truly don't. But I assume that they are a group of 3. And if they're not, they're just a group of 2. However many there are, they go on to the tag team finale as the Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call? Well, based on his performance in this game, Kokichi might not be a bad person to call. Had 6 KOs, almost matched the dominant performance by Kole, but does indeed take the win. I get to say, hey, there's a bracket coming up, more than likely. Unless it doesn't. Hoo-ha! Maskoto in 2nd place, Gin in 3rd, Kole in 4th, Usami in 5th, Junko in 6th, Fubuki in 7th, Kawakami in 8th, Mahiru 9th, and rounding off your top 10 is Hina. I've been told to do a slow scroll through everyone else. Natashi, we're so close. But so far, how many people were in this game? I know at one point we had 69 left, which was nice. So that means we probably had 76? Yes, because the first time we lost 7. And that is our game. Walt was out first. How tragic. How tragic indeed. We'll proceed one more time. I guess. Yes, Camilla stabbed Walt. Consarned it. And as we go on, Gin detonated a landmine, and Kokichi made a wish, and that wish came true. And his wish takes him to the tag team finale. Kokichi, 1st place. Maskoto, 2nd. I guess I've been through all of those. I can go to the kills. Kole had 7. Kokichi had 6. Kawakami with 5. Camilla 4. Hazel with 4. Usami with 4. Izuru with 2. Ryoma with 2. Chihiro with 1. Chisa, Gin, Hajime, Hina, Cory in the house, Kotoko, Mahiru, Maskoto, Mikan, Munakata, Natasha, Sonya, and Yuta all had 1 as well. What a matchup. There are your top 10 teams, the Ghostbusters. Makoto, Let Him Cook, Laser Focus, Magic and Science, Royal Family, Time and Space, What I Go to School For, Snapshot, and the Turncoats. What a matchup. We'll see everybody's statistics. No, we don't need to. I've been told not to do that. We can go back to the reaping, and that is all she wrote. That is our match. And so, I think that's where we end things off today, Yeah, I believe so. So, I'm not sure if I'll be back next week or not. Thursday vid, I hope he comes back from vacation. I thought he was going to come back this week, but apparently that is not the case. Regardless, that is the end of the episode. Congratulations once again to the Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call? It is them, Panette and Kokichi. Thank you so much for watching and spending your Thanksgiving evening, if you're watching on American Thanksgiving Thursday, with the United States Aviator channel and me, Dirk Madison. And that's all the time we have. And I hope that we see each other again, especially if you are entering your OCs for the OC Revolution AWE, an event that I will be getting to host every so often in the years to come. So hopefully I will see you then. However, if I don't, we have the memories to last a lifetime. Sayonara.